morning, happy Friday. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rachel Engelbarts and I'm a mom to 3 young children. I have twins that are almost 3 years old and my baby just turned 1. So we have 3 kids under 3 years old and it is a blast, but mornings can be very busy. So I went ahead and filmed an entire morning when I'm with the kids by myself, which is a couple mornings a week. I have the kids by myself while my husband's at work. He's also a Navy reservist, so 1 weekend a month we are flying solo, me and the kids, and he is protecting our country. I usually try to get my face washing and moisturizing / sunscreen and teeth brushed before Eloise wakes up. She usually wakes up around 7 or 7:30, but this morning she surprised me and woke up a little bit early and got to watch me brush my teeth. I really make a concerted effort to make the bed every single day. I just feel accomplished when I do that, and I quickly clean off my nightstand when that's done, just to sort of have a clean slate in our bedroom. And I don't know, when the bed is not made, then I just feel like things are a mess all day long. But you'll have to let me know in the comments below, are you a make your bed every single day kind of person, or do you just not really mind if you have an unmade bed? Of course, coffee comes first shortly after waking up. Funny story about all of these Nespresso boxes. My husband and I each placed a huge order for Nespresso pods on the exact same day and didn't realize that the other one had also, so we received a giant shipment of Nespresso, and I think it should take us a while to get through it, hopefully. We actually do brew a pot of coffee for my husband and I, but on this particular morning, since he had left for the reserve super early, I think he just took an espresso, and so I made an espresso since we weren't having coffee anywhere near the same time of morning. So after I have my coffee made, then I go ahead and nurse Eloise for the first time of the day. She is still nursing. When this was filmed, she was, I think, 11 months old. It has been a while since I filmed this. And now she just turned 1 on Sunday, and she still nurses probably 5 or 6 times a day. So she is definitely still firmly a breastfeeding baby and has shown really no signs of weaning. She is nursing less often and maybe for less long each time, but she still is very interested in breastfeeding, so we will see how long that lasts. I actually breastfed my twins also until they were about 13 months old and ended up stopping when I found out I was pregnant with Eloise, but at this point in the video they are still sleeping. So after I breastfeed Eloise, I try very hard. It's not something I always am able to find time to do, but I try very hard to do my daily devotional. And I'm currently doing one that it's like a series. It's called Present Over Perfect, and it actually has a book that comes with it. So I have that on my Kindle that I'm reading, and then it has a 5-week course that you go through, and it's like a supplement to the book where you can just kind of dive a little bit deeper. And after a few minutes of daily devotional time, I look on the baby monitors. This is by about 8 or 8:30. And the twins are stirring, so I'm gonna go ahead and get their milk ready and get them up for the day. As I do that, I'm also going to get Eloise some breakfast going. So I have these pancakes that I make ahead and freeze, and they're really, really good. They do really well being frozen and reheated, and I can leave the recipe for those in the description box below. But that keeps her occupied. I just put her in her high chair and feed her some pancakes while I get the twins up and get them going for the day. The twins sometimes are really hungry when they wake up, and sometimes they don't eat for a couple hours, so I just kind of have to feel them out and see what kind of day it's going to be. But I like, if they're gonna be hungry, I like to have food kind of ready, because nobody likes a hangry toddler first thing in the morning. Let me know if you have small children, if they like breakfast immediately or if they can't eat right away. The twins are pretty adamant about putting the lids on their cups by themselves. If we accidentally forget, it is a really big deal to them that they didn't get to put the lid on by themselves. So I always try to remember that. The twins are still in cribs. They are 2.5, almost 3 years old, and we have had the conversation a handful of times of whether we're going to switch them to like a big kid bed soon and when we're going to do that. And I think what we've decided is until they start climbing out of their crib on their own, we're going to just keep them in their cribs. They love them, and it just sort of keeps everything even keel for right now and doesn't open up a whole new can of worms at night as far as them getting out of their bed a million times. So for right now, we're just gonna leave it the way it is. But let me know when you transitioned your kids to like a big kid bed. We have been going out in the RV quite a bit lately, and they do really well in like the bunk beds, but we have a guardrail on it and they can't get down by themselves, so they're still somewhat contained. But just seeing how well they did in the RV makes me think that they can handle it. So then the kids and I do a daily devotional as well. I've been using this Our Daily Bread preschool book, and they love it. They're just a quick one-page devotional with scripture and with a real life situation that you can apply to the scripture. And it's really great. They both love it and they learn a lot. I also have an app on my phone that I use if we're out and about and I don't have this book, and I will link that app below as well. It's just another kind of interactive daily devotional. So now I'm gonna get some eggs ready for the twins and hope that they eat some breakfast. Eloise is a fantastic little eater. I think of all three kids, she's probably our best eater. And because of that, we chose the Very Hungry Caterpillar theme for her first birthday. We ended up having to move the party back because things just got crazy at our house for a while, with a van being stolen from us and us having to physically go recover the van. That's a whole crazy story that you can watch on our main vlogging channel. But yeah, Eloise will basically eat whatever you put in front of her, so it's really great because I can feed her just really healthy everything and she'll eat it. It's amazing. I remember reading when the twins were little that between the ages of 0 and 2 are the most important years nutritionally for a kid, and so giving them the healthiest version of everything is my goal. That's why I make my own pancakes. I don't use a pancake mix, and again, I'll link that in the description box below. But basically, I can control all of the components that are in it. I try to feed as many whole foods as possible to all 3 of the kids, and that is my goal. And it works great when they'll just eat anything. I always get comments about how we put peanut butter on our eggs. All I can say is don't knock it until you try it. A while back, I did like this macro, counting your macro kind of version of a diet, and back then is when I started putting peanut butter on my eggs. I also put peanut butter on sweet potato, and it sounds gross, but it's so good. It adds like a saltiness, I guess, to the egg, and it's really delicious. So definitely try it if you haven't already. It is good. Obviously not a breakfast morning for Lyndall. And not a breakfast morning for Bear. One of my favorite things to do as a mom is get the kids dressed for the day. I love picking out their outfits. However, Lyndall is really particular about what she wears, so almost every day she has to pick out her clothes. Sometimes she's even adamant about picking out Bear's clothes as well, but usually I at least get to dress Bear and Eloise. So once I get the twins' clothes picked out and Eloise dressed and everybody dressed, then we usually move on to our first activity of the morning, which can be playing outside or coloring or playing with Play-Doh. But I hope you enjoyed this morning routine video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I have some really fun videos coming out for you soon. So definitely make sure you're subscribed and hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a great weekend.